everybody? It's Keefe, and you're watching the Weekly Ritual, Ghost Cult's news show, right here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. GhostCultMag.com is a small business. With that out of the way, let's get started. In case you missed it, features at Ghost Cult Magazine. We kick this week's features off with a major feature, our interview right here on YouTube with Dino Cazares of Fear Factory. He talked about a wide range of topics, but especially Aggression Continuum, the brand new album from Fear Factory, out June 18th on Nuclear Blast. We also talked to Igor, Amadeus, Cavalera of the band Go Ahead and Die. Their debut album is out this week, and Igor talked all about being in a band with his famous dad, Max Cavalera, and Zach Coleman of Chemist and Black Curse. We also talked to Alec Head, the mastermind of Ghostbound, the New York City band's recent EP, an extended play for Sweet Mary Time, is out now. We also caught up with Jordan of Them Evils, talking all about their new single and video, Pour Out Another One. We also have new logos here at Ghost Cult. For the first time in 8 years, we have redesigned and revamped our logos courtesy of Meg of Sludgework. You can catch all her stuff at the link below. Please support her. She's awesome and does projects from band shirts, album covers, tour posters, websites, and much more. We also dropped a retrospective review of Metallica's Load. That album is unbelievably 25 years old, and we debate whether it's held up or not. Also, enter to win your chance to win the Inferno Trinity giveaway. We are offering merch from Inferno Doll, Hernox, and Gaia Garda right now until June 22nd. Don't miss out. And now, the news rundown. Festivals and shows are back, everybody, and we could not be more excited to bring you the news. Last week we had the disappointing news about Wacken postponing their 2021 event to 2022. What a heartbreaker. But now they've unveiled the first bands for 2022, and it's a rager so far. Judas Priest, Lacuna Coil, Death Angel, Limp Bizkit, so many bands. We cannot wait to bring you the rest of the lineup soon. Speaking of Judas Priest, they have announced the rescheduling of their 50 Years of Judas Priest North American leg of their tour. Sabaton will be the opener. It's a whole bunch of power metal coming at you. The history of heavy metal coming at you with Judas Priest. Tickets are on sale now. After teasing that they would be coming back this year, Rocklahoma will now take place Labor Day weekend. So many festivals and shows in September. Rocklahoma is going to feature Slipknot and Rob Zombie and Chevelle and Limp Bizkit and a whole bunch of others. It's like the 1990s threw up all over this poster. Also finally announced Voragos Lunasea Experience, a cruise ship and destination festival experience brought to you by Danny Wimmer Presents and Six-Man Cruises. This has been talked about and teased for almost a year, and it's going to feature Rob Zombie and Chevelle and Mastodon and so many others. And so the cruise has shows that happen during the cruise, and then you go to the resort and have a private show at the resort. Crazy! This is going to be amazing. Tickets are on sale now, and I suspect this is going to sell out. Black Dahlia Murder has announced finally their opportunity to have a headline tour in North America to support their 2020 album Verminous, which is a banger, out now on Metal Blade. The tour features Black Dahlia Murder, After the Burial, Carnifex, Rivers of Nihil, and Undeath. So much death metal. So much. UK metalcore band Architects have announced a huge headline tour of America. They're gonna hit our shores this fall. They're supporting their recent album, For Those Who Wish to Exist. And finally, with all the big venues and tours and festivals happening, the granddaddy of them all, Madison Square Garden, the greatest venue perhaps in the world in New York City, will be reopened on June 20th by Foo Fighters on the first leg of their rebooked US headline tour. We continue to track the developing story of the David Ellefson Sex Scandal. We don't want to keep talking about this stuff, but new stuff keeps coming out. Rolling Stone magazine had a huge expose where they obtained a police report from both Phoenix, Arizona and the Netherlands and Holland, where the young woman in question lives. Again, David was dismissed. He didn't actually do anything illegal, just kind of looked bad by having several online escapades with this young woman who claims she initiated everything. She is verified her age with the police report as being 19 and no younger at the time. I believe the age of consent in the Netherlands is 16. There are definitely rules about grooming and age of consent and things like that, but she claims that she was not groomed by Dave. And again, this story continues to unravel and develop, but David is filing a revenge porn lawsuit. He has already put that in motion, and he feels like he's going to get his day and his say. In the meantime, Megadeth has not announced any plans to replace David, but it seems pretty final that nothing he does is going to get him back in the band, at least at the present time. Amon-Ra has dropped a brand new single and video for their upcoming album, Didor, their first album on Relapse Records. I'm going to totally butcher this as well. Vor Immer, forgive me please if I said that wrong. Vor Immer is the new single and video. It's crazy, and Amon-Ra is so good. They also announced a live stream event for their record release on June 27th. We'll have the details of that in the link below. We don't often talk about award shows here at Ghost Cult, but two bands won major awards this week. Unleash the Archers, the British Columbia, Canada power metal band, won the Grammy of Canada, the Junos, for Best Metal and Hard Rock Album of the Year. The Juno Awards are in their 50th year, and they did a virtual ceremony. Congrats to Unleash the Archers on Abyss, their album, which is out now from Napalm Records. Congrats to the whole Napalm team, as well as the worldwide PR teams for Unleash the Archers. Also winning big this week at the Swedish Grammys, Dark Tranquillity won for their album Moment, out now on Century Media. The band also won an award for Best Metal and Hard Rock Album of the Year. Rockers Bad Wolves have announced the new singer of the band is DL Laskewicz. You might know him from his work from the Acacia Strain, major heavy deathcore band. DL actually retired from the Acacia Strain back in 2014 to focus on producing and songwriting, but he actually wrote songs on the recent Bad Wolves album Nation from a couple of years back. Of course, DL replaces Tommy Vext, who's been having a lawsuit and war of words in the press with the band and the label Better Noise Music. Bad Wolves has announced their new album is coming later this year with DL as the singer. We'll continue to follow this story as it develops. Serj Tankian, System of a Down's legendary frontman, dropped a recent new music video for his single, How Many Times, from his recent EP, Elasticity. It's a cool video. Serj is using his voice and his platform to raise awareness for political issues that are very important to him and to the rest of the world. Legendary gothic doom band Moonspell is going to have two live stream events, June 18th and 19th. They're going to play their classic album, Irreligious, to celebrate their 25th anniversary, and a second live stream event on the 19th to play their new album, as well as some classics and other hits. Tons of news in the Anthrax camp this week. The band is celebrating their 40th anniversary as a band this year. They're putting out their Among the Living graphic novel, which is amazing. Out on Z2 Comics, they brought you graphic novels from Steve Aoki, Baby Metal, Andy Black, and many more. I think even a recent one from Blondie and Joan Jett. But Z2 Comics has put together a tremendous team to do this. It's written by Jimmy Palmiotti, one of the best comic book writers ever. Illustrated amazingly by a ton of great artists. Incredible cover art. And written by Frank Bello, Scott Ian, Charlie Benante, Brian Posehn, Corey Taylor, Rob Zombie, so many people involved in the writing of this, so many Anthrax fans and Anthrax stans. The band is killing it. They've been killing it with their video retrospective series on YouTube, which you can watch here at Ghost Cult. We've been posting every one of them. This week covered the end of the Persistence of Time tour, the great Clash of the Titans tour 30 years ago, and their appearance on Married with Children, as well as their groundbreaking jam with Public Enemy, Bring the Noise. Former Atreyu singer Alex Verkatzis has dropped news of his new project, Dead Icarus, which he promised a year ago to be super heavy compared to Atreyu. He's already taken shots at his old band by putting out the news of this new band on the same day they put out their brand new album, Baptized. Alex is promising a banger of a record. He recently was part of the Hollywood Undead live stream in which he came out and crushed it singing Undead with those guys. And we're looking forward to new music from Alex and the continued rivalry between Alex and his former bandmates. Rob Zombie is everywhere. He's not just on cruises and festivals, he is still in movies, and he is going to direct the live-action new version of The Munsters, the classic TV show. This was news broken by Bloody Disgusting a few months ago, and now it's confirmed by Rob with a post on his Instagram. This could go either way and be terrible or great, but I think Rob is a humongous fan of horror and the genre and all things spooky, so fingers crossed for a great new Munsters movie. Legendary progressive metal band The Contortionist will celebrate 10 years of their incredible album Exoplanet with yet another live stream. The band is on the E1 label and they're working on new music now for a new release, but they continue to knock it out with these awesome live streams and appearances. Inventive hardcore band Turnstile has announced a short film project, Turnstile Love Connection, which will debut at Braindead Studios in Los Angeles later this month. It sounds like an incredible project. The band is always into these immersive things, not just music, but a very deep experience for themselves and fans. And they just dropped the recent single Mystery, their first single in 3 years after their acclaimed Time and Space album in 2018. We are here for more Turnstile goodness. Interesting news from the Aerosmith camp. Legendary rhythm guitarist Brad Whitford was a guest on the Joe Bonamassa podcast recently, in which he speculated that Aerosmith might never tour ever again. This on top of the news that next summer they will finally get to have their 50th anniversary concert and tour, kicking off at Fenway Park, their hometown in Boston, Massachusetts. Strange things for Brad to say, but he felt like, given the recent health issues of members of the band like himself, Joey Kramer, Joe Perry, Steven Tyler, Tom Hamilton, maybe they just can't ever tour ever again based on the current global conditions. Just very strange stuff. We hope it's not true, but interesting when a member of the band drops a bomb like that. Greg Puciato of Dillinger Escape Plan and Federal Prisoner Records label is already hard at work on his second solo CD since the Dillinger Escape Plan retired. Greg apparently is in the Foo Fighters Studio 606 in Los Angeles, recording with none other than his partner Jesse Draxler, as well as Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains. Pretty exciting stuff. We are here for some more Greg Puciato stuff from his solo work, and we hope at some point he brings back the Black Queen as well. Sad news for fans of One-Eyed Doll. We got an update from Kimberly Freeman from her Patreon that was then shared in some fan groups on Facebook that the band is no more. They have dissolved the band, at least for the time being, and retired the name One-Eyed Doll. They've taken all their music off of streaming, by the way, which is really sad. One-Eyed Doll, one of the greatest, interesting bands of all time. They have a new project. Kimberly and Junior are still together making music as partners, and they are coming out with a new project under a new name that is apparently radically different than the One-Eyed Doll we were used to, which is why they retired the name. We'd certainly love to hear new music from these folks, but very sad that the band is done. They never quite got their due, but they were so very awesome. If you can look up their stuff on YouTube, I highly recommend it. Sepultura dropped the first single from their upcoming Sepultura album on Nuclear Blast Records this August, collecting all their Sepultura performances from last year's during the pandemic when they were doing a performance a week, jamming with legends like themselves. The first single is Mask, a new version of that song featuring Devin Townsend, and we are really excited for this. And I just want to keep saying Sepultura all the time. Sepultura, 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 Sepultura. Big news if you're a fan of Linkin Park. The band's classic song, In the End, has surpassed 1 billion spins on Spotify, which means they probably got about 5 cents for all those plays. But super cool that the fans made this happen. There's many songs with 1 billion plays on Spotify, but only a few rock or metal songs. So congrats to Linkin Park, rest in peace Chester Bennington, and in the end, it doesn't really matter. Light the Torches dropped a brand new single and video, Let Me Fall Apart, from their upcoming album, You Will Be the Death of Me, due later this month. Light the Torch, of course, features Howard Jones of Killswitch Engage, as well as Francesco Artusato, formerly of All Shall Perish. Behind the Horror is an awesome metal band from New Jersey, featured a pair of brothers, and they have just debuted their brand new podcast series detailing stories of how they formed the band, their influences, their many trials and tribulations on their way to becoming a successful band, and a whole lot more. They recently dropped a cover of Sepultura's Territory, and you should not miss it. Check their channel out and subscribe at the link below. I shit you not. Unbelievable stories you can't make up. This week's I Shit You Not segment, we bring you the story of the Alrosa Villa Club in Columbus, Ohio. You might know that club as the site of the death of Dimebag Darrell from Pantera and Damageplan. He was murdered on stage playing with Damageplan December 8th, 2004, almost 15 years ago, unbelievably. That club has been torn down and is now going to be turned into affordable housing, which the Columbus community needs. Just an interesting anecdote in the history of metal. Rest in peace, Dimebag Darrell. And now for a look at who rules its streaming. Back to 2 Minutes to Late Night and their awesome New York hardcore style cover of Prince's I Would Die For You, whose birthday was this past week. It rules. It features Randy Bly on vocals along with a plethora of metal and hardcore superstars. I can't even name them all, but some of them are Walt Schreifels of Gorilla Biscuits, Erlon from Rough Francis, Rachel Rosen of Most Precious Blood and Indecision, Bo Looters of Harm's Way, Jeffrey of Modern Life is War, Christina from Gouge Away, and countless others. Hosted by Arsenio Hall, and edited by Drew and mixed by Brian. What a great job by everybody. Thank you, 2 Minutes to Late Night. Rest in peace, Prince.
And now for a look at some of the music on New Music Friday. Anal Nathrak, the Codex Necro re-release, Metal Blade Records. Behemoth, Evangelion vinyl re-release, Metal Blade Records. Black Sabbath, Sabotage re-release, Rhino Records. Blitzkrieg, Theater of the Damned re-release, Mighty Music. Brother Against Brother, Brother Against Brother, Frontiers SRL. Crypta, Echoes of the Soul, Napalm Records. Def Leppard, Volume 3 box set, UME and Virgin Records. Dornenreich, Du wilde Lieb sei, Prophecy Productions. Eremit, Bearer of Many Names, Transcending Obscurity. Evil's Message re-release, Mighty Music. Go Ahead and Die, self-titled, Nuclear Blast. Green Jelly, Garbage Band Kids, Cleopatra Records. Hammer King, Napalm Records. Josiah, Out of the Rays re-release, Heavy Psych Sounds. Kiss, Off the Soundbound, Tokyo 2001, Universal Music Group. Living Dead Girl, Exorcism, self-released. Mammoth WVH, self-titled, EX1. Mother of All, Age of the Solipsist. Black Lion, Mr. Bungle, The Night They Came Home, DVD/CD. Epicac Recordings. One Desire, One Night Only, live in Helsinki. DVD and CD. Frontiers SRL. Terra Odium, Ne Plus Ultra. Frontiers SRL. World of Damage, Invoke Determination, self-released. And Wrist Meets Razor, Replica of a Strange Love, Prosthetic Records.
And now for a look in our mailbag. This week's mailbag features This week's mailbag features 2 items. First, this awesome shirt from the band Haunt. Haunt is a killer band from Fresno, California. Awesome heavy metal band. They put out 3 albums last year during the pandemic alone. They got a brand new album out right now, and they kill it with their merch game. I got this awesome shirt on sale. It's bright yellow, so your friends can find you at the club. When you call them and be like, yo dude, I'm at the show, I'm wearing a black shirt, come find me. Not possible, so this yellow shirt is just the ticket. We've also got another thing on the mailbag this week. Let's see what it is. Oh wait, that's a face mask from Trader Joe's. You don't want to see that, that's how I keep this face so pretty. No, we've got an awesome mystery pack from Vile Creature. That's right, we're going to cover up their address. Vile Creature are awesome. They had an awesome mystery pack sale on Bandcamp Friday, which we help support because we love those guys. Let's see what's in the envelope. I have not opened this yet. Okay. It looks like Vile Creature face masks. Let's check it out. Awesome. Oh wow, this is very high quality, very silky. We'll just put one on right there. Very cool. We'll put on 2 masks because I don't trust anybody. We're gonna double mask this motherfucker. Thanks, Haunt and Vile Creature, for hooking it up so well. You made it to this part of the show, so you know what time it is. It's the end. GhostColdMag.com is a small business, and we appreciate your support. As we say every week at this juncture of the show, it's a tough time in the world, so please take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and stay fucking metal.